Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. Mwah. We've got, we're going to share a little story.
Crazy story.
What are you calling this?
The twin flame dream.
Yeah,
this is seriously crazy.
Yeah, it is. So, most of you out there who are twin flames or you have really strong relationships, when you're together for a long time, as Karen and I are, you start to think the same. I mean, we've had people even tell us they thought we were brother and sister. You start to look the same. You have the same expressions, same mannerisms.
But we're definitely not related.
No, that's a good thing. But we're often thinking about the same thing. Like, just tonight at dinner, Karen was saying, I was just going to get something, and Karen said, I was just going to tell you to go get that. Or we're making a decision on where to go for a trip. We'll both come to the same conclusion without discussing it, out of the blue. This is something that just out of left field. Finishing each other's sentences, those kinds of things, that happens all the time.
It happens all the time. And to take it a step further, sometimes we'll both have a thought that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about. And I mean, it's just crazy. And we always say, you're not going to believe I was just about to say the same thing. But of course, you will believe it because it happens to us all the time. And on this dreaming, we've had a lot of dreams where we've, had dreams where we've been in each other's dreams, and, we might even be dreaming about a similar topic.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened last night has never happened before. And I feel like we were definitely in a different dimension. I still don't even believe it. It was so crazy.
Well, so to set the context, we drove across the country. If you've seen some of the videos, we're on the East Coast, and we drove for 3 days. Coming back, I usually don't like to drive more than 8 or so hours a day, 10 at the max. But so we drove 3 days of straight driving, and got home back here to Copper. We had dinner. We went to bed early. I think we went to bed about 8 o'clock or 8:30. I mean, I was beat.
Yeah.
Both fell asleep, and then you woke me up, or the dog woke me up, or just because of the movement in the bed, you woke up. It was like an hour and a half maybe into our sleep, right? I mean, you woke up first.
Yes, I woke up first. It seemed like maybe longer than that. I don't really even remember.
Well, I looked at the clock afterwards, so it was about an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah.
But I mean, I would have said longer only because my dream felt like it was that much longer. I was so living this dream. Sometimes you have a dream and you're right there living it, and when you wake up, there's those few minutes of, am I still in my dream, or did I wake up and this is, my wake up phase? And I say it like that because I'm starting to be interested in the dream state, and that's our reality as well. So what happened in my dream was Jeffrey was teaching me a game, and it had to do with some numbers, mostly the numbers 1, 2, and 3, and some houses or property. I didn't remember exactly what it was about, afterwards. But when I woke up and I was really frustrated because once I woke up, I was trying to get back to, I couldn't remember what the game was, and he had taught it to me in my dream, and I really just wanted to know what the rules were and how I got to that number 2 in this dream, because there was a total, I think it was of 2 or something like that. And when you wake from a dream and you want to get back into it, you're frustrated because you've forgotten parts of it or how you got to a certain place. So I said, Jeffrey, do you remember the game? Do you remember, what you taught me? Do you remember how?
No, you said I just had a dream. You were teaching me some kind of numbers game.
Right. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. That's what it was. Oh my gosh, that's what it was. And then you weren't even awake.
No.
And you didn't really respond at first. but then you got up out of bed and you were like looking all puzzled. And then you said, oh, I can tell you how the rules of the game.
Well, no, I said,
Something like that, right?
I woke up and I was kind of half in, half out, and I was in an intense dream. So it's one of those things where your brow is like furrowed because it's so intense that when she was saying this to me, asking me about, or telling me about a dream she had where I was teaching her a numbers game, and I said, after, I don't know, because it seemed like it was a couple minutes, I said, yeah, I know the game. It was.
That's what you said.
Right? It was about properties and numbers, and it was like a board game, and I was explaining to you about the properties. You didn't say anything to me about the properties. You said you had a numbers. It was a numbers game.
Right, but you were teaching it to me in the dream, and then when I woke up, I couldn't remember the rules that you taught me, and that's what was so frustrating because I wanted to remember. The game.
So I told you about the properties and the numbers, and you said, well, yeah, how did you know? I said, I was just having that dream. So the wild thing about it is we're wondering, has anybody else experienced this? Any other twin flames or soulmates or anybody experienced this before? We haven't. I mean, we've had a lot of the same thoughts and same ideas in our consciousness awake, but I can say at least not that I'm aware of, or we're aware of, that have we ever been in the same dream at the same time?
Same dream at the same time. We've had a lot of dreams the same nights about very similar things. But this was a specific dream that we were both in, and we were having we were having it exactly the same time together, and that's never happened. So I know it sounds really crazy, but the reason we wanted to do a video on it is, and we know that there are a lot of other twin flames that check out our videos. Have any of you had an experience like this where, and again, we have lots of dreams where we always dream about each other, and some great dreams like that, or dreams where we're dreaming about a very similar thing. But this was a dream that we were laying side by side, and this dream was happening for both of us at the same time, and we were connected in the dream. And then when we woke up, and this is the really wild part, when we woke up, we both came out of the dream. I mean, you were just a few minutes afterwards because I woke you up. We came out of the same dream at the same time with exactly the same, point of the dream, right? It wasn't a different.
Well, it was almost a little different because you said I was teaching you a numbers game, and I was telling you about my dream about this game. And to be honest, I didn't know if I was teaching you the game or I was just working on the game, but so intensely that I remembered it was like when you said those words, I just explained it to you.
Right.
That was the freak out part. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just couldn't believe because I was so frustrated that I had this dream and I really wanted to remember it, and then to have Jeffrey be able to tell me what it was just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it happened.
Yeah.
So has that happened to you? Please tell us if it has, and let us know your thoughts on this. We're just completely floored and think it's super cool. I mean, we can't wait to go to sleep and see if this is something that is a whole new dimension for our connection and our relationship. So let us know.
Yeah, we gotta hit the hay, so let's wrap it.
Yeah, let's go. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from the nest at Copper Mountain.
Thanks, guys.